still fairly new, so we don't have a lot of information on that. It's something that we are kind of hearing world and feedback that a lot of carriers or insurance carriers may give you discounts if you have these types of valves on your home. Of course, it's going to help if you have a broken water line and it can shut off automatically. That's going to save a lot of time, money, claims that go through. So as of right now, not much information on how they're working, how they're doing in the market, but it is something that we're finding that, hey, this would be a good item to have available in the price list.
Yeah, I would think if a water pipe can shut itself off, there's going to be less damage, right? So it's overall mitigating the financial severity of your everyday claims. Wow, you and I talked
sounds
about,
good, but
it
like,
does.
I don't know if it's going to work or it does work or how do you even measure it? It's going to take a decade for the Verisk team to like have good data about where like its impact to the severity of not really the claim, but severity as it relates to the policy life cycle.
That's one thing.
Such a hard thing to measure.
That's a follow-up question I have for Cameron. For estimates that include this automatic water shutoff valve, are you guys going to look into overall claim severity potentially and estimate to estimate? This one has an automatic water shutoff valve as seen in the estimate versus this one does not. Is there a way for Exactware to measure when a automatic water shutoff valve is included via a scope, the significance or the effect of that technology?
I'm sure there's a way. As of right now, no. It's something that's new to the market. We could, like Watley discussed, 10, 15 years, if you want to go look back and see if you can say, oh, how many claims have this versus not? What's the severity of the claim versus ones that did not? Just to go a little bit more deep with this item, just for everyone, the viewers, is we also support other products within Exactware, like Estimate On, 360 Value. This also was some feedback from our Estimate On customers where you may go into a home to purchase a home. I need to know what the cost is to replace a water heater. It gives you a very quick cost for that to put in your negotiations. This is something they requested that, hey, if I'm going into a home purchasing it, maybe I can put this into my fee or when I'm offering them an offer for the home, excuse me. Hey, if you add this water shutoff valve, would you include that with your cost? This will give them a price of, oh, it's X amount of dollars to put this in so I can get that information really quickly. So there are some items that we put in that will touch other products we have that work very well within the Xactimate program.
I hope that we can have you join us in 10 years for an analysis on the automatic water shutoff valve effect on the industry.
I'm interested to see if it gets worked into everyday claim settlement. Like we saw this happen, Cameron, with smoke alarms and then later the carbon monoxide detectors. And then that really became the same device, right? That is both. And as a contractor in California, you will find it's customary for them just to replace that because the building departments are obligating the contractor to do it on a large scale restoration project. And so I'm interested to see how this smart home compatible automatic shutoff valve gets either adopted at some point into some of the building department municipalities, and then whether the carriers just really encourage the program contractors to start putting those in. And I think that that's great that there's that line item, because if I'm an executive at Peer or NatGen, I would probably encourage my program contractors, I'll give you another $600, go get this darn thing in there, because that probably constrains severity as it relates to the policy life cycle, meaning it's going to cost them a little bit more as it relates to that claim, but on the life cycle of the policy, it's probably a sound investment.
Yeah, agreed. And like I say, it might just be where it becomes local codes. They require them in the future and just it gets adopted over the years. So it's just a good item that we thought it was a good item to have in there and see how it gets used.
The earthquake gas shutoff, was that the similar catalyst for its adoption, or was that more driven from the municipalities?
Same way, just requested both those items. We are also request for a surge item as well that we're looking into. So it's just all in the same request, basically, for multiple customers.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think the earthquake gas shutoff will get adopted even quicker because it has not only a financial component, but it has a safety component to it. And I can see that becoming customary for the building departments to require that those are put in after a large scale restoration project or a new home build. Is that happening on new homes in California? I think so. I think that's customary now on newer homes. I know that my buddy, Harrison, for our Building Basics initiative
Mhm.
with Matterport, he has that automatic shut off valve on that property that was built last year here in San Diego. So
Well,
I think that's
hoping he doesn't
becoming,
have a loss, but if he does have a loss, there's a line item for it now.
yeah.